Hey there, guys. It's Charlie Yuki here. How's everybody doing? I got a lot of questions to answer here today, a lot of messages, so let's get into it. Why do I take so long to answer messages? Well, usually it's because I'm busy. But when I'm doing something like these for a Q&A video, I want to give anyone who wants to ask a question or send a message or whatever, give everybody time. But most of the time, I'm working. What do I think about climate change? Nothing to really think about it, really. No, really don't know how to answer that question. I just don't think about it. I got too much other stuff to worry about. Don't worry about climate change. Again, someone who hasn't posted any, sent a message again is saying, hey, one of your friends is hiding something from you. Well, considering how my entire list of friends have completely dropped significantly, with online friends to a small few, um, if they were hiding something from me and it was in relation to me, they would have they would definitely would have told me. They definitely would have came up and said something to me, sent me a message, called me, whatever, because they know I don't tolerate bullshit. But if something was really going on, I would trust my friends enough to tell me. Worst worst movie I've ever watched. Dragon Ball Evolution. The only person I felt like they nailed a couple characters in that movie, but Dragon Ball Evolution was above all a failure. Chow Yun Fat nailed Master Roshi to a T. And even if he did overact, he performed Master Roshi rather well, in my opinion. But still, the movie was a failure. They could have done a far better job than what they did. What is my favorite food? Chicken. There's chicken, deer meat, steak, fish, and nachos. It's a good question. When was the last time I ever cried? Can't answer that question because I don't remember. Have I ever gotten detention? Um, I think I did once. I think I did have to stay after school once. And I think it was because I got into I got into a fight. I don't think I was the one that started it. I think it was because either someone stole something from me and I caught him, and I had to fight him back to get it back. And I was the one who got caught throwing the punch. So I was the one that you know, got detention. Well, everybody else got away scot free. What religion am I? Christian. I don't use Spotify. A lot of, there's with the game, the most recent game that came out, Hogwarts. I mean, there's still a lot of tension in relation to this, but um, have I watched Harry Potter? Yeah, probably. Let me do some math in my head. All the movies, I think I've watched all of them probably 10 times each. Like all the movies 10 times. I think I've watched all of them 10 times. All the books I've read the books, I've reread the books, I don't know how many times. Probably, some of them probably more than others. I think Order of Phoenix, I've probably reread probably about 20 times back in high school. And the most recent play, I guess you could say, book that came out that was in relation to Harry's son, his youngest son, I've probably read that at least twice. So yeah, let's just say back in the day I was a pretty big Harry Potter fan. Can we be besties? Sure. If you want to be friends, sure. Why not? Opinion on birds. Just love it when farmers or teenagers thinking they need big old loud dually trucks. But opinions on birds. Birds are sometimes the most annoying creatures, but also the most fascinating. So it's also they're always good to see. I mean, every now and then on my way home from work, I see bald eagles. So it's always fascinating to see them. What is my dream house? A question I've already answered in the past. It would be a shed house out in the country. Um, I would want a good amount of acre ground. I would have a pond, dock built, have a big enough place to where I could work on either a boat, my vehicles, big enough place for my dog to run around, all that. Basically a good old place out in the country away from people, to where I could not happen to worry about someone trying to either break into my house or hurt my dog, that sort of thing. Last thing I ate. Well, you think since it's around noon, you think I'd already have breakfast already, and I haven't had breakfast. I don't really eat breakfast, and I haven't had lunch yet, so I still haven't ate anything. Last night, I guess I guess I can say, uh, an Eminem Sonic Blast from Sonic on the way home from work yesterday. It's probably the last thing I ate. My worst habit is that I work too much. Do I think the moon landing was real or fake? Well, anything can happen. Do I believe that it was real? Maybe at one point I did. When other stuff surfaced, maybe that changed my mind. But I ain't gonna make a big deal about it. Everybody else makes a big deal about it, about everything now, so I don't think it really matters at this point, doesn't it? I don't think it matters anymore. Not this time. You have COVID, and you need show recommendations. Supernatural. Um, Superman Lewis. Flash. Basically any anime that you could think of. One Piece. Inuyasha. Fairy Tail. One Punch Man. Countless others. Yeah. Mainly supernatural. So out of probably 20 or more questions, I think I've ignored a good handful of them because I've already answered them. Thing is, if I was to keep doing these, I need to stop getting questions that I've already been asked, such as Spotify. I don't use Spotify. I've already answered a question about a dream house. I answered that again. The whole thing about being single or seeing anybody, I've already answered that. Go watch the other videos. I mean, I've already answered them. So, and then there's about all your friends hiding something from you. Yeah. What? Does it really pertain to me? If it really pertains to me, and they know me, and they know me well enough to know, and if they think I need to know about it, they'll definitely tell me. But I'm not worried about it, and most of the time when I see something like that, I think it's a troll on the right immediately. I think it's a troll. And it's funny how you get messages on TikTok as well, and people are like, "Hey, I would like to talk to you more. I would like to, ask for your number." I don't give my number out to anybody. And then they go, and let's just say you gave them a bullshit number. They don't take that bullshit number and try and message whoever. No, they go and be like, "Hey, good morning, how are you, yada yada. Do you know what Signal is, or what WhatsApp is?" They try and get you to go to another app. That right there, from what a lot of people don't seem to realize, and what you guys need to learn, is that that's a scam. Anyone who just randomly adds you on Snapchat, they're nothing but scammers. Bullshit, OnlyFans, dumbasses, and whatnot. I'm not bashing the people who do that shit, do that shit legally. I'm bashing the people that want to scam people out of your hard-earned money. I ain't saying anybody can't do that shit, because Logan Paul done it, and he's still getting hammered for it. It's like, dude, accept the fact that you just done fucked up and you screwed out millions of people out of their fucking hard-earned money that you didn't fucking earn, that you didn't fucking deserve. Pay the money back, you pathetic scumbag. But, nah. I'm gonna have fun stitching this together and then uploading it later. But I'm gonna go try and find something or make something to eat. And then I might go out later after doing a lot of recordings, because I gotta do a lot more of that. I'm still ahead on ARC videos. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened that you guys haven't seen yet, so haha. But yeah, I think that's all for now. I'll probably take my time again and do another one. I decided to make this one a lot bigger than what it was, and what it really needed to be, strictly because I got sick and tired of seeing the same messages, which is why I might try and limit how many of these Q&A things that I do, because I keep seeing the same messages. I keep seeing the same questions. If I've already answered that question, I've even brought it up in the video itself, I've already answered it, don't repeat the question. Don't. Give me something that's going to stump me. Give me a question that's going to make me sit there and think about it. Surprise me with these questions. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.